Good evening, everybody, and welcome back to MediEvil. The story continues. We've just been through the Pumpkin Gulch and up to the Pumpkin King, the big macho man. So now we're continuing to the Sleeping Village. Let us begin.
It's my reflection.
Lovely fellow. The Sleeping Village. Hello, chum. What do you got to say for yourself?
Poor villagers. The master possesses them.
Plus,
It mustn't hurt them.
I've got a name.
Guards, though. They seek out an object of great power.
Very interesting. I'll go in then. Door open for me. Doop-de-doop-doop-doo. At least I know where the whole hell thing is. Oh my god. This is an easy book. A crucifix once stood here, but the mayor took it. Find a replacement and see how the church should really look. Creepy shit. I mustn't, as he said, I mustn't hurt the villagers. Knock him senseless, but mustn't hurt. Watch it. I'm going to say killed in a minute, not careful. Oh, great. Me thinketh I went the wrong way. Besides that fella, I'm surprised he can move so quick. She's after me, she's after me. In I go. Find the door, find the door. More like it. Money. Could do with that. What we got here? Blacksmith's Monthly. Old man Willie Green of Gallows Town was awarded Smithing of the Season by our readers. Oh, nice. Congratulations to him. His outstanding casts have produced many intricate and hard-wearing iron goods and sculptures. Willie only uses the finest metals in his work, and is particularly noted for his magnificent bust. Oh, nice. Old man Willie was quoted as saying, "Aye, when I get pumping on me billows, there's no stopping me. It's all in the rhythm, up and down, up and down. I've always been inspired by the stories of Strainer Ironhewer, the greatest smithy that ever there was." And he's the fella I got the hammer from. Apologise for the accent, I think I started in Irish and went to Scottish. Second time I've done that. Oh well. It's a stool. Hey, pumping on his anvil. Where that girl? Oh shit! So where that girl goes? Splatter at. Gotcha. Troll's Head. Lovely name for a pub. The room key is held aloft by the flow of water from the fountain. You may have to wait for the next drought. Brilliant. What opened? Oh, bollocks. I've done it again. How many times do I do that? Well, I ain't got the key yet anyway, so... Shut. Alright, so that's the red one. Blue one somewhere else then. Keep away. The red one gets me in here. Whoop. What do we got? Plenty of books. Hope you're ready to be bored to death. Let's have a look. Read it, you don't have to whack it. History of Gallowmere, Volume 1. During the dark times that was Gallomere's not too distant past, it was King Peregrine who thwarted Zarok the Necromancer and his plan to enslave the land. Good lad. Zarok, once the king's mage, had fallen out of favour with the ruler for conducting outlandish experiments on the bodies of the dead. It was said that deep within Peregrine's castle the dead were restless. They are to be honoured, not kept as the playthings for alchemists, declared the king Peregrine as he banished Zarok from the castle. All of Zarok's living dead were routed out and destroyed. Zarok, being an unforgiving soul, went into hiding and vowed to wreak havoc. Would help if I actually read it. Vowed to wreak his revenge on the king. Next. History Gallowmere Part 2. Rumours of ill-doing and dark deeds abounded through the land of Gallowmere. It was whispered that Zarok had employed the aid of shadowy demons to help build a vast castle. Under the cover of night, Zarok's dark army spilled forth from their corrupt haven. The army marched south across the Silver Mountains and through the Silver Woods. Soon afterwards, even the pumpkin lands belonged to Zarok. The folk of Gallomere's town cried out for help. "Save us, good King Peregrine." Retaliation was swift and violent. King Peregrine's forces, led by the brave Sir Daniel Fortescue, yes, me, even though the Daniel part went in. So even the books know my name, the gargoyles don't. Drove Zarok's army back from Gallowmere town. There was much rejoicing, but the war was not over yet. Yay. And there was much rejoicing. Yay. Oh shit. Read the book, read the book, read the book. History of Gallowmere Part 3. News that Zarok's army had now taken the floodlands caused much concern. From the vantage point, Zarok could march west to take the enchanted forest. This sacred place would prove a bitter defeat if it fell into the hands of the evil sorcerer. It was Sir Daniel Fortescue who once again led the king's militia to rid the demon host from the land. Yet the evil wizard was cunning and had prepared an ambush. A titanic battle ensued for which history was never ever since seen the like. Would have I read it? It was Zarok it was said that the day would have gone to Zarok, but for the skill and valour of one man. Fortescue led the charge deep into the mass ranks of the undead, felling Zarok's bodyguard, the fearful Lord Cardok, and before finally succumbing to his own mortal wounds, slew the treacherous sorcerer with a mighty sweep of his sword. About a little bit of embellishment, I think. Exaggerations, I think, in that. It's not only that. Canny Tim told me earlier on when I met him that he shot Lord Cardok through the bloody eye. Whoa! Ow. I'll have you. Yeah. Sea stars. Where was I? Part 4. The evil forces were destroyed, but at a terrible price. None but a handful of the king's militia returned from the field. Gallowmere lost a whole generation of young men that day, including Canny Tim, the legendary crossbowman, and Fortescue's second in command, who fell in the first volley of arrows. No secret missions. It might have been me, that. Zarok's body was never found, though if it lies unmourned in an unmarked grave, then no one in Gallowmere will shed a tear. The shadow demons that had fallen under Zarok's banner were unnatural creatures that did not belong in the world of mortal men. The king declared that they be banished, entombed under the pure earth of the enchanted forest. Imprisonment within an impregnable box of the king's design, demons were buried deep underneath their tomb. Underground, their tomb was sealed with a magical device that has since come to be known as the Shadow Artifact. Read the book. Tourist Trail. Heroes from History, a retrospective. Chapter 1. In addition to being the strongest man who ever lived, Steiner Ironhewer was unsurpassed in his skill as a blacksmith. He was equally happily pounding on an anvil at home as he was pounding on someone's head in battle and pounding against his wife. It was said that his only fear was the end of the village smithy as the focus of manufacturing in favour of more centralised units. As if. Chapter 2. Born a humble peasant to one of the nomadic tribes from the Eastlands, Bloodmoneth Skullcleaver, what a mouthful, gathered an army of horsemen and swept over half the civilized world. When when he finally died, attempting a single-handed attack on a garrison in the north while armed only with the spike of his helmet. He was the richest and most powerful peasant of his day. Nice. Chapter 3. Karl Sterngard spent most of his formative years under siege at his family castle. With its impregnable magic shield, Sterngard's motto was the best form of attack is a defense. Sadly, his shield couldn't protect him against poor eating habits, and he died during a post-battle feast while swallowing a large sausage he had failed to chew. Truly the hero of heroes. Chapter 4. Woden the Mighty was fearless, single-minded, and uncompromising. Unbeaten in combat, inspired raw fear in friends and enemies alike. Not to mention in the close family members and pets. Nice fella. Chapter 5. Trained from birth in all forms of combat. That's a mouthful. Imanzi Shongoma was the warrior queen of a tribe of Amazons. The bold and beautiful Shongun lassie there banished all males from the territory except the handful she kept on the lawns of her people. Oh, nice. He's got some job. Chapter 6. A full-time mother and homemaker, Megwyn Stormbinder, had to defend her settlement from barbarian raiders while the menfolk were away on a hunting trip. She fought off repeated attacks armed only with a pitchfork and a rolling pin, and with one arm holding her baby. Neat trick. Women multitasking, what can you say? Legend has it that the gods, impressed by her indomitable courage, intervened and added thunderbolts to her arsenal. She won the battle with a couple of bolts to spare on her husband when he finally returned. Got his head kicked in. 7. Dirk Steadfast was a fearsome opponent thanks to his magical sword and a firmly held belief that only women defend themselves. Real men are always on the attack. He was a friend and contemporary of Karl Sterngard and was with him even in the end. It was while Sterngard was explaining his views on Sterngard's shield during the feast that the latter had his tragic and inexplicable accident.
He swallowed the sausage and choked on it.
Christ, how many have missed on this? No, it's 2 months ago. I ain't got long to suffer now. Chapter 8. Descended from the finest centaur bloodstock raven hooves, the archer was the last prince of his people, proud and haughty aristocrat. He was an accomplished hunter, sportsman, duelist, playboy, raconteur, and 3 times derby winner. Nice. Good at steeplechase. Chapter 6. Captured the militia in the time of the King Peregrine. Sir Daniel Fortescue found fame when he killed the renegade wizard Sarok. A career soldier raised in the royal household, he was adored by the men under his command and renowned for his loyalty to Gallowmere. It was said that Fortescue was always destined for greatness. With his squared jaw, steely gaze, and thick shock of hair as black as a raven's wings, he looked every inch the hero. That's what his jaw looked like before it dropped off. Sleepy time. Tourist guide to Gallowmere. Land of Gallowmere is a wondrous land of breathtaking sights and adventure. If it's beauty you're looking for, be sure to check out the sights of the Enchanted Forest, scale the heights and see the nest of giant dragon birds, seek out weird and wonderful plant life, go oh and ah at the sides of baby dragon toads splashing around in the crystal clear ponds. Why not take a walk through the Pumpkin Valley? Pumpkin is Gallowmere's favourite dish, and about now the valley is just bulging under the weight of young podlings waiting to harvest. Part 2. This mystery you're looking for, then the seasoned adventurer should travel to the ruins of King Peregrine's castle. Yes, this is the fortress from which the fabled King Peregrine once hailed. It is said that the king's crown was lost in the dungeons below the castle, and that the ghost of the regent himself now haunts those cold stone passageways. Spooky. Why not take to the swamps and seek out mythical town of Mellowmead? This place was once said to be a place of fantastic arcane alchemy, but an age has passed since it was consumed by the murky swamps. Perhaps great treasure awaits any adventure that can locate its watery resting place. And last but not least, to whom it may concern, I must make haste, for Zarok's men will be here within the hour. I have taken the crucifix from the church. It is the key to a key. I used the cross to make the attached cast. Well, I had it destroyed. Then I had it destroyed. Okay. It is my hope that this cast falls into the hands of a just and good hero. Signed, the town mayor. So now I've got a cast. I ain't going through it. Anywhere else I've not seen this open yet? Yeah, what? This is where I used it. There we go. Place a cast into the fires. I think there's a room I've missed somewhere. What was in here again? Ooh, I've not been in here. Ow! Get off me, old cow. Get off. Hey, get off. Little son. Oh, you will laugh at a minute, I crown you one. Christ. Oh, the sweet sound of hand smashing on skull cavity. Yum. That went away. Has found a club.
I don't want to use it.
Bust of Mr. Shanks, landlord of the Troll's Head. To clean the statue, lower the pedestal. Ow! Bloody hell. Where the hell did he come from? Break the box before he wakes up. Get back. One bust. Ugly mug if I've ever seen one. Got little chuckles in. Oh, what's happened now? I got boozers full of people. The rest of the place is bloody abandoned. That's where they must be all tonight.
Hurry, comrades, tear this place apart. If we don't find the shadow artifact, Lord Zarok will have us mocking out the demons for the next millennium.
You think you can take me on, Steamhead? I shall show you who is more powerful. It be I.
Stop!
I get a sword out. We're enough. Whoop-a-da. I know all the innocents have gone now, which is good. One bust. It's all in the rhythm. Down, up, down. In order. One cross. And that needs to go in the church when I work out where the hell it went to. Ooh, this camera angle does you nothing. I can do with that. Ta-da! It's a key. Ouvre. Dear Sir or Madam, on my travels across Gallowmere, I have come across many mysterious and enchanting finds. However, that which filled me with deepest dread was discovering the tomb of the shadow demons. The key to their dank prison and mysterious shadow artifact is now in my possession. That dress-wearing bully boy Zarok will stop at nothing to retrieve this item. I fear that already he knows that it is I who possess it. Yours faithfully, the Town Mayor. Any more of them round? Ow. Stop arsing around, you stupid bloody camera. Hope they improve the camera system when they remake it. But oh, a weird noise. Aha. There's the chalice. It has been found at last. Ooh. Money. I've got 8 spears left. These spears are quite good for killing these guys. Very effective. Oh, cold. Stop mucking about, you nana. Let's try that again, shall we? Hurry up, comrade. There we go. Ho ho ho, it's me. Shadow artifact. It's fine. Oh. Open the portal. And the way out. Plenty good. Now I need to kill one of these probably, and then come straight back to get the yeah. Just wind her up and oh. Now I can go get the chalice back. Come around, do that. Anything around here? Nope. I'm stuck. Why can't I go in the boozer? Have a quick drink before I do what else. Instructions from Zarkanis to his guards. Capture that greedy profiteer, the town mayor. Take him to the asylum dungeons. Give the fat boy a good going over. Locate the shadow artifact. Bring me back something nice. Ah, ain't it lovely? Which is mine now. The Hall of Heroes. I think I'm back to see my Amazonian beauty. Whoop. Loop. Oh. I'm not here to see it. Well, who am I here to see then? Nope. Ah! It is the centaur. Let us have a chat. Guten Tag.
Look at you running around in your bones, Fortescue. You're so nouveau dead. I, Ravenhooves, last prince of the centaurs, have not galloped the earth in over 10,000 years.
I don't give a shit.
Do yourself a favor, Fortescue. Take my longbow, more powerful than a crossbow. The option of flaming arrows, it is truly the weapon of noblemen.
Of course I want it. Giz.
Congratulations! You don't quite have my breeding, Mr. Johnny-come-lately, but there's hope for you yet.
Booyah! One bow and arrow. Boom. Alley down. And we leave again. Stop. Yes, I wish to leave. Because I have my bows and arrow now. Wah! And we reveal more of the lands to the north. Oh shit. So, next place is the asylum grounds. But I think I'm going to end this episode now. But in the next episode, I'm not actually going to go to the asylum grounds. I want to go to the enchanted earth. Because in the enchanted forest, there is a witch. And I want to see her first before I go to the asylum grounds. So that'll be the next protocol. Go there and the nut house. Right, so I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. And leave a comment. If you didn't like it, please tell me why. And if you want to see more videos in the future of any other game I'm playing or to continue with this series, then please subscribe. So thanks very much for watching. So long, and I'll see you next time.